Okay guys, back out on the bank. So we're back on the River Severn. That's where the channel really started. It's been nearly a year now. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's subscribed recently. We're nearly at 500. I've really enjoyed doing a channel. I always wanted to do one, so I'm really happy with the way it's going, and I found it quite useful. I wish I'd have put a few more details in some of the videos for me to look back at, like the water temperature and the levels and stuff. We've come down to the Severn today, and it's 2 meters. The top of the normal range for Shrewsbury is 2.7 meters. So I didn't really think it was going to be as high as it is. Anyway, it's high. The problem is, it's not so much. Well, I kind of wish I'd have probably brought my alarms and maybe fished on the ledger because of the current. But it's the access to the swims is very limited and dangerous as well in places. So I went to my first banker spot. Unfortunately, I couldn't hold bottom. I lost a couple of sections of mackerel as well, pulling the traces out of the sort of grass on the inside. And yeah, so if I go back there, I don't know, with those mackerel sections there, will the pipe be full? I don't know. Anyway, we've went to another section, sort of my other banker spot, if you like, and that was unfishable. So I found a spot. I thought I was going to be going home, which it's a 2-hour round trip, so I would have been good. But we found a spot. I put 2 baits out. I've come mainly with mackerel. I got 1 roach and 1 smelt with me. I did put the smelt out on the left-hand rod. Right-hand rod, we've got got mackerel. Just with the water being coloured and just the extra smell. Because if you follow the channel, you know that I like to use roach for pike fishing. But I mean, I'm happy to use mackerel as well. So anyway, yeah, we'll see how we get on. So the conditions today, we've got it's 11 degrees, so it's actually quite mild compared to what it's been anyway. And we've got it's windy, as I'm sure you can hear. The level I said is 2 meters. The temperature yesterday was 6.7 and the day before it was 6. So I don't know what today's is. It'll go up on later, but as a rough indication, the day before 6.7. And as I've always said, this river has been very kind to me. I've had some really nice fish out here. PB, I'll put some pictures up now of some of the pike I've had. So I've had a PB, £21. I've had one that was about 17. It didn't have the scales. I had one at 14 and a couple of doubles. Like I said, I only fished it January and February this year. Probably did about 7 sessions, and I certainly I don't think I blanked one. So been very kind to me. Hopefully today, although like I said, I'm just struggling with finding spots, but fingers crossed. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting in the description of the videos, I'm going to start putting the conditions in there, and then if anyone wants to look back and myself, then they can just see things like temperature. I might get a thermometer myself. I get the readings for the water off the club forum. That's why I don't know what today's is, because it'll go up later. But yeah, I'll put a little list in the description, and then people can go back, and I might separate the videos into playlists as well, and that might be helpful. So obviously some people, because I fish for everything, not everyone's interested in sea fishing or vice versa. They're not interested in pike fishing. So yeah, I might separate the videos up, because I'm getting quite a few on the channel now into playlists. That'll just help people find the information that they're after. Yeah, it's supposed to be 11 degrees, but I mean, I'm sat in the shade, but I've had to get the gloves on. I just thought I'd mention these gloves, the tracker ones. They fold back for your fingers. And actually really good gloves, probably the best gloves I've ever owned. I've tried quite a few fingerless. Oh, the wind tanking through. Yeah, I've owned quite a few pairs of gloves, and they're really warm. The material is really thick around the fingers. It almost sort of keeps your fingers, like, so it can't really, can't really close my fingers. It's sort of opening my fingers. The material's so thick around your fingers, but it really helps to keep the warm in. So if you're after some gloves, Tracker fingerless ones, cracking. So guys, I've moved back to the first spot. It's really windy. It keeps going. Basically, isn't an option. It's just getting dragged in. So what I've done is I've fashioned sort of a ledger setup, and yeah, just got give it what we got. Just check the time. Yeah, got an hour before it starts going dark. So give it an hour on this one rod on the ledger and see how we get on. Fingers crossed. So fast forward 2 days. We were fishing the river on Saturday. It's now Monday, and yeah, it was a blank. My first blank on the Severn. Can't really complain. Anyway, I've come to my club water, the one I've been out on the boat on the channel a couple of times, and but we're fishing from the bank today. So rods are already out. We've got the left hand one. Not sure how much the float's gonna show up on here, but left hand one to the left, and the right hand rod just on the end of this tree. Is it showing up? So we're in this bay. This is the deeper end of the lake, and yeah, we're going to give it a go. So I'm going to start in this peg, and then we're going to sort of move around. There's about 3 or 4 pegs along that bank, and then I'm not sure if you can even get access to that bank over there. Well, I mean, you couldn't get to the water with the trees, but I'm not sure if you can get across. But yeah, we're going to give it a go. Basically, we're going to just say an hour in each spot, and then yeah, I've also got the lure rod. You're allowed to use 3 rods here in the winter, so I'm going to get the lure rod now and have a few casts for that and see what we can get. Okay guys, so as you can see, car over there, we've come round. There's like one more swim. I dropped in the one halfway, didn't get anything there, and just putting some fresh baits on. I've got a roach here, and just going to put some of this, inject some of this oil into it. Oh, crikey, not myself. Probably best to go away from myself. So put them out in here for an hour, and then move to the next one if nothing's happening. Okay guys, so I think this is the end of the video. I didn't really want to put a blank video out, but I suppose something slightly significant happened, and that is that I've blanked at 2 venues that I've never blanked before. So yeah, and I guess it just keeps, you know, it keeps the sort of log of my fishing. It's not always 20 pounders, unfortunately, but there you go. And the realities of fishing. So I've learned stuff about this lake though, because I plan to do a bit of time on here after the silver fishing stuff in the summer. I think there could be some real gems in here. So yeah, I quite like the idea of fishing on a big pit. Yeah, so I've learned some like the access and stuff, because I've never fished from the boat. I've only ever fished here off the boat, so I've learned like sort of the access and things like that. So yeah, always learning. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Tight lines in your own fishing. Hopefully next weekend we can catch a pike and end this blank streak. Okay guys, cheers, bye now.